Hello, welcome to the Crates Motel. My name's Conan. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the new update from Akai for the MPC Standalone 3.4.3. Let's jump in. Okay, so it's not going to be massively in depth. The thing is with updates, fixes, bug fixes, all that kind of thing, is they are personal. So there's certain updates or fixes that are done for certain people and they really mean a lot and they've been waiting for it. And other people, they'll read through the list and they'll be, I'm not bothered, never use it. Case example, Splice. Not everyone uses Splice. So if there's any updates to Splice, etc., it's not going to affect everybody. So obviously some people are not bothered. But what I'm going to do today is just quickly go through some of the bug fixes that are relevant to me. I'm not going to go through every single one in detail because, like I said, they're not all relevant to everybody. And some of them are not relevant to me. So I'm not going to cover those because I don't really know about them. And you know me, if you watch my videos, I don't really like talking about things that I don't really know what I'm going on about because you just look silly. So we'll go through I'm going to go through the actual release notes that Akai have sent. So it will be verbatim, most of it, but I might paraphrase as well. So Akai starts off the release notes with this ongoing improvements part, which is great. We deeply appreciate the feedback from our MPC3 beta users. So we're still beta users. I thought it'd been released now. Anyway, two key areas: time signature support and MIDI note off issue have been at the forefront of your input. Please rest assured that we are actively working to address these concerns in a future update. So I can cut it short. If you're interested in the time signatures being updated, or rather Akai giving us back the ability to change time signatures like we already had in the previous operating system firmware, they haven't. Still not. You still can't do it. It's still 4.4. So here's going back to what I said right at the start of the video about how certain updates and certain fixes affect certain people and not others. I've seen multiple people in forums and on Facebook groups. I'm quite active on social media and stuff in the community. I try to be saying, stop moaning about the time signatures. All hip hop is in 4.4. Now, firstly, all hip hop is not in 4.4. So perhaps go and check out some of Tribal Quest stuff, some of People Under the Stairs. There's a bunch of people who, for instance, might be using samples that are not 4.4 and that consequently they're not 4.4. So, maybe get an education on that one. Secondly, not everyone that uses MPCs makes hip hop. There's multiple genres. So time signatures does really matter to some people and it doesn't matter to others. So if it matters to you, Akai still haven't fixed it. If it doesn't matter to you, who cares? The MIDI note off issue, it's a shame they still haven't fixed that. But I do seem to remember that there were issues with that in operating system firmware 2.15, possibly. I might be wrong. If I am wrong, please correct me. But that's not been fixed either. But they're the ongoing improvements. We haven't even got to the bug fixes yet. So let's get into the bug fixes. So getting into the bug fixes, as I said, I'm going to be reading it off the release notes. Using convert to sequence in song mode no longer causes a crash. Great, that's good stuff. A lot of people use that, so I'm really happy they've sorted that out. Have to be honest, I don't really use it. So I can't say I've actually tested it. But if it does work, that's brilliant. Using mixdown on separate tracks with returns now only contains audio for the specific track. Other tracks cannot be heard in the resulting audio file. Now, I did have a few problems with that in beta testing. And I can tell you that on testing, that is actually true. As far as I've tested on my MPC One, haven't tried it with a Live 2 and I don't own the X. So I can tell you on the MPC One, for me, what I've tried so far, that's fixed. So that's good because that's a big thing, I think. Improvements made for handling large sample loading. I do load up large samples, so this is relevant to me and I know a bunch of you do. Does it load quicker? I mean, they say improvements made for handling large sample loading, so that's quite vague. Akai love the vagueness. So improvements made, it's difficult to measure. I loaded up a sample, it seemed quicker. The only way I could really tell, I suppose I could put my Live 2 next to my One and load the same sample exactly the same time with the previous firmware and the new firmware, and then I could tell you. It seems a little bit snappier, but I don't really remember super long samples taking an awful lot of time to load. not much different from loading on maybe on my laptop. Certainly loads a lot quicker than my old MPC in 3000 did, and 4000. So, you know, it's if you load massive samples, maybe there is a noticeable difference, but I can't say personally that I think there's that much of a noticeable difference. Improvements made for handling large sample loading. As I said, that's a bit vague, so I'm not exactly sure what that means, but if it means loading sample time, there does seem to be a little bit of a difference, as I said. Splice is now present in browser shortcuts. Now, I know that's a massive thing for some people who use Splice, so that's really cool. I can't test it myself because I don't use Splice. However, on my research for the video, I did see that Bolo had it, and Ghetto Styles, I think the name of his channel is, he had it as well. There's not too many videos on the update yet, so far as I can see, for the people that do use Splice, it is available, so that's really good because I know that's a big thing for people. Wi-Fi firmware upgrade to improve connectivity issues. I can say that I did have a lot of issues on my Live 2 with Wi-Fi. I thought that was down to the fact that I lived in Dubai and the internet here is pretty terrible. So I thought that maybe it was just me, but I can say that it does seem a little bit snappier when I tried my Live 2, so that's great. But, you know, I mean, I don't use Wi-Fi that much, to be honest. So again, it's not massively relevant to me, but I know that's going to be, if it is improved, that's going to be big for some people. For MIDI tracks in Track Edit, the MIDI CC filter parameter filters MIDI CC messages correctly. That's not really relevant to me because I don't really tend to use that too often. I don't use outboard synths or anything like that, and I don't really use key groups very much because I tend to use the Akai, the MPC as a drum machine, as a drum sampler, as a loop sampler and stuff, so that's not really that massively relevant to me. But it's good to see they've sorted that out because I have seen multiple channels, people that I follow on YouTube have had issues with that and they've pulled it up before. The key group parameters load with the correct defaults when creating a new key group track or when updating the current track type to key group. That's really good because I had problems with that in beta testing, so I'm glad they've updated that, and I can say from my tests it does seem to be sorted out, so that's really good. Now here's the big one for me, and I'm afraid it's not good news. At least it's not good news for me, and I want to highlight that. This is just me. I don't own an X, and I have to be honest, I haven't tried it on my Live 2, but on my MPC One, okay, when editing insert effects in sampler mode, the cue links now assign correctly when in screen mode. Now I've seen Bolo show this. He loaded the sampler screen and the cue links instantly came up on his X. You could see them. I can't remember whether or not he actually moved the cue links to see whether the parameters worked or not, but I did see it come up, and I've seen it come up on somebody else's channel as well. So they do load up on the X, okay? So that's great. Whether they work or not, I don't know because I don't have an X, so I can't test, but I can test on my One. So if I go into sampler screen, now I use this quite a lot as well. In here, I have multiple effects set up because what I tend to do is I tend to bake in things when I'm going into my MPC. So I might knock out the low end or knock out the highs. I might add a bit of flavor. I might add a bit of stereo width. I might narrow the width if the drums are all over on one side, etc. So I have effects set up on a template for when I'm sampling. So obviously, if I want to play around with those, I would want to change some of the parameters. And previously in 3.4.2, the cue links didn't work. And for a lot of people, I saw a lot of people complain about this. The cue links are not working properly. It's a bit annoying. You can change the parameters with your data wheel. That's absolutely fine. And now, apparently, you can now change them with your cue links, except you can't. No, there's nothing there. Now, I instantly thought I've got custom metal cue link knobs. So I thought maybe something weird's happened and maybe my custom metal cue link knobs don't work properly anymore because it's to do with electricity, conducting electricity, etc. I think, not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. So you touch it and it works. So I thought, oh, okay, maybe Akai have done something where you can't use custom buttons anymore, which would be a little bit annoying. But as you can see, I can't change the parameters in here. And that is the case with multiple plugins. So I did think to myself, perhaps I should try elsewhere. So on my track screen, I've got a track loaded up, Power EQ. Here's my parameters. They can change absolutely no problem instantly. No problem at all. Back in the sampler screen, let's open up Power EQ here. Let's go back to the original parameter. Frequency, nothing. So I'm afraid on my MPC One, on my personal MPC One, it's not fixed. I haven't tried out my Live 2 yet, which also has the same custom knobs, and I haven't got an X. So let me just say this. I'm not saying that this hasn't been fixed. I'm just saying that it's not been fixed for me. So it's a bit of a shame because it is nice to just reach for the Q links. But, you know, I will stick on using the data wheel, which is what I was doing before, selecting, moving the data wheel. These 4 Q links completely redundant when I'm in this screen. So I'm not going to get angry about it. I am zen. But it's not fixed. So sorry, Akai, you might want to have a look at that on MPC Ones. Or maybe it is just me. Okay, so there's a couple of other ones to do with resolving issues on the drum synth multi. That's again something that's not relevant to me. I don't use it. I probably should. For drum and key group tracks, layer play random is no longer biased towards layer 1. That's good because I do actually use that, so I'm glad they fixed that. I did test it quickly. It does seem to work, but I don't recall there being a problem in the previous firmware, to be honest. Using convert to key group in track edit for a pad on a drum track now creates a legacy key group which retains the parameter settings from the drum track. That is also good, and I tested that very, very quickly, and it works on my One. Haven't tested it on my Live 2. So they're the main bug fixes. There's a couple of known issues underneath which they've got here, which are ongoing. But the main bug, I guess the main bug fix for me was, actually, did I miss out audio mixed down separate tracks with returns now only contains audio? No, I did go through that one, didn't I? Yeah, no, that one's absolutely fine. Yeah, went through all of those. Sorry, just double checking. The main one for me personally, I know the main one for a lot of people is going to be the splice. And that works now, so that's great. The main one for me was the Q links in the sampler mode, so it's a shame that still doesn't work on my own personal MPC One. So there you have it, new MPC update. Some good things in there, some not so good things in there, some things that we want to get fixed and still not fixed. Now, like I said at the start of the video, it's relevant to each individual person's workflow. Some of these fixes are going to be great for some people. Some other people are not going to be bothered about them at all. And that's absolutely fine. Obviously, the time signatures thing is still a big thing. I've already seen people on forums say they still haven't fixed it. Why has it not been fixed? I guess the biggest question for me is, why am I and why are we getting excited about fixes being made to things that previously worked in a previous firmware? It's kind of a little bit meh, you know. We had them previously and now we don't have them, and woo, we're excited because now we've got them again, but really we're just getting back something we already had. So a little bit of an anticlimax for me personally. So thanks for watching. This is Akai MPC Tutorials. My name's Conan. Till next time.